I'm taking a 2 week break from running the podcast. I absolutely love running the podcast, but I just have been doing some thinking and really taking care of myself more, trying to move forward and more acceptance, more goodness, that kind of stuff. And I was kind of like, you know what? There's three reasons why I should do this, and I'm going to do it. And I'll be back. I think it's February 3rd. It's a Thursday. I know I'm uploading this a little late, but I'm going to go through the reasons really quickly for you. Shouldn't take very long. And I hope you guys are having a good week and stuff. And it should be fun, fun, fun. I'm a little tired, but let's just get this through. Let's talk. Let's talk. So, number one is that this is not a full time gig for me. I really love running the podcast. I think at this point in the journey, I was hoping to have made some money to be able to reach out to other people, overall build off of, my business into other products and things because I have so many ideas and the podcast is such a good way, a reservoir really of ideas, meeting people, learning about all these needs and stuff, and it's really cool, but the podcast is still treated like a hobby. I did some thinking earlier today, and I'm like, well, not today, well, today, but also other days, that, I want to get to the point where I'm just putting in like 4 hours on the podcast each week, and that's it. And to do that, it's going to take some work behind the scenes. So that's what I'm planning to do. And I'm always trying to work behind the scenes, but I'm also doing school. So for the next 14 days, if all the podcast work I did was behind the scenes stuff, I think we could really make some progress, especially if I really hold myself accountable and really try. I've done this before, didn't really get a ton done, but at this point, when you set a goal and you make any kind of progress, like that's a win. Like for me, making my like self care handbook product, that's still in the works. I'm not gonna get out by the 31st. I'm sorry. Hopefully mid February, but it's still like something I want to do, and it's got me out of my comfort zone, so that's cool. But yeah, my calendar professionalism, like if my podcast was getting millions of downloads, which it isn't. If it was, it wouldn't even have the infrastructure right now to support all of the ad revenue and all that stuff. I just don't have that set up yet. So, things to keep in mind. Like, how can you expect to have abundance if you don't have a really good way to hold the abundance, share the abundance, etc.? So, that's a real thought. And you could also use an analogy of like a farmer having a barn, and that gives him more stuff to work with. But that's number one. Number two is really to spend some time discovering myself, really digging into myself. On Wednesday, I did a full just 2 hour just writing session, free write after the class, and it was super nice. And I'm like, bro, I just need to do this more. And so like I have all these memories, I have all these other thoughts, and I just want to like dive into those as deeply as I possibly can. So I never is a strong word, but just to help me to get out of the funk I kind of feel I'm in. Just if I search in light for like such a long time, it is going to change me, and I've had that experience already for like spiritual studies and stuff, scripture study and whatnot, but like really digging into myself, finding all those memories. I've been able to talk about some of that stuff with people and it helps me, but like I really want to like write all that stuff down, get a ton of different, things written down for it, and just have that renewal time and just give that to myself and discover myself more. So, yeah, I think this is really important, to take some time for this. It's easy to just do autopilot because I'm a little stressed. But the thing with autopilot is we're not really going in a very refined trajectory, So I want to really discover myself and improve my angle of where I'm going and stuff. So that's the second reason. Finally, I really want to get my semester off of autopilot. Yeah, so that's the third reason. Yeah, because it's kind of gotten that way. I have some luggage, I have some things that are on the plane, and I need to just throw those off the plane. I need to move forward. My room is a complete mess. I do a great job of covering the shot, though, but it is a pigsty. You could probably have pigs living here. Probably not that bad, but it's not that great. It's not very good for a person that wants to have a clear mind, such as myself, and wants to do a lot of awesome stuff and not lose things. And yeah, so that's really the other reason. So I'll be back on February 3rd. And if you'd like to check out the self care handbook and help with the survey, you can check that in the show notes. And that's really it. That's really it. Just because podcast isn't a full-time gig. I want to discover myself more, and I'd like to get this semester off of autopilot. So those are my three reasons, and I'll see you on the 3rd. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for so much good stuff coming soon. I will definitely make the most of this break time. So thank you so much again. Don't forget to heal today. It'll be a better tomorrow.